Hi everyone. Tonight I am going to give you a peek into some of my production. And I've been able to create several formulas that at first I made these formulas for myself and for myself, for my dogs, and for family and friends. And then I started to share this with other people, so I've been able to bless the lives and quality of life for a lot of people. And my partner in this madness is my amazing husband, Bill, and my amazing sister, Kathy. I'm going to be teaching her how to do some of this as well, because there's nothing like being able to make your own medicines from home. First of all, you know what's in it. You know what's going to be in there. And so I'm sharing this today because I had a huge production day. And that's because my website link wasn't working for the PayPal, so I got that fixed, and I had a huge rush of orders for primarily the dog formula that it's dog and cat. It's an oral health spray that I formulated back when our dog Gavin had what's called cups, and it's a chronic ulcer condition with gum disease and bacteria. And how veterinarians treat it is, hey, no problem, it's a cure. Well, our cure is to pull all the teeth. However, when you have a dog or a cat, first of all, it's really best to minimize putting your animals under general anesthesia. It's just so hard on their bodies. And so because my dog was too old to go under, I researched and found all kinds of information on and then trial and error. Okay, Gavin was the guinea pig, but I was finally able to find something that actually got rid of the ulcers. And so the thing about natural remedies is that it does take a little bit longer, because you're supporting the body to do what it's supposed to do, and you're trying to get rid of any bacteria naturally, or at least with antimicrobial plants. So anyway, this is the first time I've ever shared this with anyone. So and plus I make some other formulas, and there's also some formulas that I'm working on, and myself and Kathy, we've been the guinea pig of that. And I don't know, I'm going to say, and the men have been the benefactors, or maybe not. So I really take the time to research and isolate the herbs that work best together based on what I'm trying to accomplish. First, you want to try to support and sustain the body, and then use natural remedies as antimicrobials, antibacteria, anti-whatever, anti-inflammatory. Let's get the antis out there. So I really hand select the best quality extracts, and then I even make some of these. So today I made, as part of the formula, this is yerba manza. So this is yerba manza, and I had to make a fresh extract. And this is kind of the remainder of the extract, and that goes into that's part of the dog formula. And this is a plant that I actually discovered when I lived in Southern California. And since I was spending so much time walking the dogs, it's like, wow, maybe I should start to learn about the plants. So I discovered the yerba manza, and it is an amazing plant. It's antimicrobial. It's good for any mucus cell. It's good for any urinary tract health and pain. Really good for that. And then also another medicine, another pharmaceutical in a plant is the aloe vera. So I just brought a little bit out, you know, from these I usually keep outside. Pretty soon I'm going to be bringing them inside because it gets so cold here in Park City. So I make a fresh extract, or a fresh extract with the aloe vera. I just take the pulp out, and then I put it in a blender with some distilled water, and then again I filter it. And this is the remainder of what I made for the aloe vera. And I have to strain the aloe vera because, as you know, it's kind of gooey inside, and the end result of the dog spray is that it needs to be able to come out of this fine mister. So everything has to be really fine so it doesn't clog up. And so this is my workshop. This is where I do some of my, you know, formula creating. And then over the weekend, actually it was a few days that I make what's called a healing, it's a healing oil. And so that's what I spent time on this weekend making. And this is amazing. It's just amazing. It's made with CBD oil and some other herbs, and it's just what I use externally. So this is some of the CBD oil. And the thing is, what I love about CBD oil is it's actually a nerve too, and so it helps with delivery. So if you have a favorite combination of herbs that you like to use, maybe at nighttime you'd like to have a tea of valerian, you know, valerian, chamomile, maybe a sleepy time tea. Maybe you get the sleepy time tea from the store. Just put a few drops of CBD oil, and if you want to know, and you want to make sure that it's high quality CBD oil, because there's a lot of junk out there. And this is a full spectrum CBD oil with and the carrier oil. So if you don't know what a carrier oil is, a carrier oil is you have the main essential oil, like this is from the hemp plant, and then you want the carrier oil. In this case, it's just hemp seed oil, pure high-grade hemp seed oil. And if you go to any other place to try and get CBD oil, look at the back. You want it to be a short list. This has 2 ingredients: hemp seed, it's CBD, full spectrum CBDs from the hemp plant, and then it has hemp seed oil. That's what you want. I looked at some others, and it's such a long list. They have preservatives, they have all kinds of junk. And, you know, why go healthy? Why try to go healthy if you're just going to consume junk? You got to be careful about what you're bringing in. And Lynn says, oh, thank you, Lynn. But just add CBD oil to whatever your favorite little potion is, and it's just going to make it better. And I love the hemp oil for at nighttime. I take a half drop in the morning, half at night. Helps me with inflammation, helps me with clarity, mental clarity, focus, energy. You know, it's just amazing. Anti-anxiety, and that's it. It calms you down so you can think. And then my husband says I tend to talk sometimes a little bit too much with it. So that's why we have spouses, right? They keep us humble. I know I keep him very humble. But anyway, so this is what I do. And then once I get for the dog spray, once I get it all put together, my amazing husband, he helps me with the labeling, with the packaging. And today I had gosh, we had shipments out to the UK, to Australia, to Florida, to Texas, 2 different locations in California. In fact, there's this one precious dog, and his name is Bear. And I'm so grateful for his mom and dad, because they have really stuck to this process of treating Bear with, with the spray. And when they first started the spray, immediately the redness of the gums went down, the inflammation went down, and one side of the ulcers totally healed up. Then we worked diligently to get the other side. And so on this side, Bear only has one little tiny ulcer, one sore left. And I'm also grateful for Bear, because of Bear and working with his parents and his dad, especially his dad's name is Bourgeois. I know I always say it wrong, but because of Bear, I made the formula even better. That's where I added the aloe vera and a couple more things to really help the healing of those ulcers. So, bottom line, you gotta find your passion, because each of us are created differently. You have been created with skills, a vision, a destiny to, just find your purpose, your passion. Actually, it's your passion. What's a passion? It's that thing that you can't help but do. And maybe it's art. Maybe it's gardening. Maybe it's organization. Whatever that is, you can make money doing that. That is my passion, and that's what I help people do, especially women. There's so many people that they're stuck at work. You figure you probably have 2 hours of just commute time. That's 2 hours away from your family and your loved ones. And then you go to a job where you're underappreciated, overworked, underpaid, and you're building somebody else's fortune. But if you can find a way to start just a little bit, just find that passion. What would it be that if you could do that one thing, if you could just do that one thing, you would just be so happy? That one thing, you start just a little bit. But I'm helping people create full-time income within 3 to 6 months. So if you want to learn how to do that, contact me. I'm going to be starting a program pretty soon, within the next week or so, where I'm just taking a handful of women to help them find their passion and then learn how to monetize that. What would it be worth to you to be home with your kids, home with your husband, home period? Maybe your husband's got a job, and so you just want to have the place to yourself. But home with your children, home with your grandchildren, showing them even how to become an entrepreneur. What would that be worth, that you don't have to spend the time on the road, and you can be home where you want to be, creating a life that you want, creating the freedom that you want? I know that, gosh, I just got done helping my husband do his taxes. And, I'm still a CPA, but I was in the profession for over 20 years. I was never home. I was overworked. I was spending 2 hours at least on the freeway, working crazy, crazy hours, and never being appreciated for the work that I did from the clients or employers, because I was doing both. I had a 50-hour full-time, more than full-time job with an employer, plus I had my own private clients. So I was so overworked, I was never able to give the best of me to my family, which mattered the most. That's why I was working so hard. And then with the crash, I lost it all. And it's like, ouch, I'm not going to do that again. But just working with the CPA, trying to get all this information together, it's like, wow, I never want to do that again. So I have no problem just, okay, I'll do a little bit of work to help my husband out. But it's like, gosh, I'll pay anyone to do what I don't want to do and what they love to do, right? Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I hope this was enjoyable at least, and thank you for letting me share a little of my wild crafting table. So if you want more information about the program I'm going to start to help women find their passion and monetize their passion, reach out to me or say in the comments, you know, tell me about your program or me. So thank you. I love and appreciate you. Have a great evening, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye now.